This is the IFSA World Championships from Reykjavik, Iceland. Hi again, everybody. I'm Doug Anderson. 24 competitors will whittle it down to the final 12 and see who is the strongest man on the planet. Last time on the IFSA World Championships, we saw the block load and medley lift. I'll tell you something, it was a tremendous event all the way around here in heat number 2. American Steve McDonald put in a great effort, as did Zydrunas Savickas. Here are your athletes from heat number 2. Blakaitis, Hams, McDonald, Muddermetz, Ugmundsson, Savickas, Smith, and Ole Thompson of Great Britain.
The block lift. Lifting giant aluminium blocks overhead. This is about shoulder power and arm power.
Well, it's also about balance because these blocks are very slippery, and to get them up and press them out is very difficult. We range up to 150 kilos in the block. Georg Ugmundsson is on the near side, Ole Thompson on the far side. Both will start their first of 4 attempts at 110 kilos, 243 pounds. Ole Thompson, no problem straightening out the arms on that one. Georg Ugmundsson having all sorts of difficulty, and that's because of the balance of this apparatus. It is like a traditional stone lift, but with giant aluminum blocks. Both men were credited with a good lift. We now move to the 125 kilo blocks. Steve McDonald on the near side, the America's strongest man taking on the current world champion, Zydrunas Savickas. This is not man against man, this is man against weight. Savickas, no problem with his 125. Look at the struggle coming from Steve McDonald, but he straightens out the arms and finishes off 125. Steve McDonald, the 31-year-old American from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he placed first in the Nationals and is America's strongest man.
It's just in my blood. I have been lifting since I was 14 years old, and I don't know what else I would be doing if I wasn't doing this. In my gym, we have all the implements, and every Saturday we're in there just doing everything there that we do here, and then 2 or 3 times a week in the gym, a regular gym, lifting squats, deadlifts, all the regular gym lifts. I think my dad always had such an admiration for bigger, stronger guys. He wasn't a very big guy, but his brother was, and he always really admired his brother for being just a big, strong, intimidating individual. And I think over the years that just kind of worked its way into my psyche.
Well, the competition in America has been heating up. Travis Ortmeyer trying to push Steve McDonald all the way. Here's Vidas Blakaitis of Lithuania with Estonia's Andrius Muddermetz. Man speed, as they call Blakaitis. They take on the 125 kilo block. Muddermetz, no problem with that one. Blakaitis, he'll straighten the arms out and lock out 125 with relative ease. Here's Ole Thompson now of Great Britain. Britain's strongest man taking on Holland's strongest man, Jarno Hams. Once again, competitors are taking on the apparatus more than each other. 130 kilos. Hams, he'll press that out. Nice job. Ole Thompson straightens up as well. Both men complete 130 kilos and congratulate each other.
This is an event we do in Holland. We have done a couple of times a rock lift. It's a little bit similar, only the rocks are always a different shape. So, and I've done 130 before, so still got one attempt left. So.
As we said, each competitor gets 4 attempts. Here's Andrius Muddermetz, who will be going alone at 130 kilos. Muddermetz puts it to the chest. The reason he's going alone here at 287 pounds, no problem for Muddermetz. He needs the points in the standings in order to move on to the finals. You have to be successful at a given weight before moving on. So Mudermets wanted to make sure that he would be successful at 130 after watching Jarno Hams and Ollie Thompson. At 135, this is Jarno Hams again. As Hams said earlier, this is much like a traditional rock lift, so a world record could be set in this event. Jarno Hams at 135, ecstatic. What a great job from the Hollander. The big Dutch power.
Yeah, that went all right. Finally. This was my event.
Zydrunas Savickas looking to set a world record here at 140 kilos. The former world record sits at just over 137 and a half. Savickas has the 140 lapped. He gets it to the chest. This should be no problem. He has some of the most powerful shoulders in the world. Zydrunas Savickas setting a new world record at 140 kilo.
It was easy for me. If I train in this event, I can lift more.
Well, folks, you've just seen some of the greatest athletes pressing up some of the biggest weight in strongman history. They've done a great job ranging up to 135 kilos like Jarno Hams. But the big man, world champion, Zydrunas Savickas, 140 kilos, 309 pounds. That gives him a big victory. Jarno Hams in first, Andrus Mudermets and Ollie Thompson tied for second. Blakaitis and McDonald in third.
The deadlift with the Apollon's axle is a static strength movement. That means the athlete stands still. It's all about back strength and grip strength.
Well, back strength and grip strength, as former world champion Jamie Reeves said, is true, but it's also about being able to set a pace. This is dead weight, and I say that because there is no flex in the bar as you would find in a gym. The Apollon's axle bar is very thick and round, 320 kilos, 705 pounds straight up from the floor, and Etienne Smith of South Africa is good on his first and second repetitions. The ability of these athletes to pace themselves through the time limit is what is going to separate a very good result and an extremely good result from a poor result. Nice job from Etienne Smith on rep number 4. You may see him take a knee. He has plenty of time left on the clock. Smith's going to go right back at it after number 5, and usually when you miss one, that's time to walk away. Etienne Smith does just that with 4 repetitions to his credit. Now here's Georg Ordmanson. The challenge for Georg is he's such a tall man, standing at 200 centimeters, a full 2 meters, 6 feet, 8 inches. That's a long way to pull. 320 kilos, 705 pounds. Can he straighten up this first one? There's one good rep for Georg. Struggling to get the second rep up, and as I said, he'll drop to a knee. There's plenty of time on the clock. He wants to rejuvenate the muscles as much as possible, and really not taking much time. Georg says, you know what, the shoulder is tender. I'm going to walk away and save myself for future battles at the IFSA World Championships. America's strongest man is Steve McDonald, 6'2", 310 pounds. He'll lock in the hands. McDonald needs to put on a good show here if he's going to move on to the finals, as only 12 men get to go to the finals out of the 24 trying to qualify. A very wide grip for Steve McDonald. His first rep is good. Look at the struggle. Oh, and he broke a strap. Steve McDonald broke a strap. He's looking around like, what do I do now? The straps are so important for these athletes. He has to go barehanded. He's going to try a cross grip. This is a disaster for American Steve McDonald and could cost him a place in the finals. Thoroughly disheartened is Steve McDonald. Only 1 rep to his credit. He knows he could have done a lot more than this because this is one of his best events, but he is just going to walk away. Disaster strikes for Steve McDonald of America. This is your current world record holder, Zydrunas Savickas. Savickas set the world record with 10 lifts. There are 2. Nice job on the third lift. Now watch Savickas and how technically sound he is. It's straight up, straight down. No more energy is used than is needed to perform the task. 4 good reps for Zydrunas Savickas. Of course, most of these competitors will not wear any footwear. They want to be as low to the ground as possible. This bar has little to no flex whatsoever. 6 reps for Savickas. Now, he's seen what a lot of competitors in heat number 1 have done, so he knows what he needs to move on, and Savickas will walk away with 6 reps and save himself for the finals. This is Vidas Blakaitis, place number 2 and Lithuanian strongest man. Sets his straps in order. 320 kilo, 705 pound Apollon's axle deadlift. 2 quick reps from Vidas Blakaitis. And look at Blakaitis. He straightens out the back, looks over to the referee for confirmation, puts it down, and rep number 5 goes up with relative ease as well. Vidas Blakaitis keeping pace with the best the world has to offer in strongman. Blakaitis. This will give him the overall lead, even past the men in heat number 1. If he can rep out number 7, looks up to the judges and is credited with number 7. Great job from Vidas Blakaitis. Ollie Thompson of Great Britain. If Ollie's going to go to the finals, he needs to perform to superior lengths at this competition. Ollie through the first 2 reps, very quick. Boy, he set a tough pace to keep up with for the full time limit. You gotta believe he's gonna go through 4 reps and then take a knee and sit down, because he's gonna go for number 5. Look at Ollie Thompson go after number 5, and that's a credit. Thompson needs to relax. There's plenty of time left on the clock, but he's going right back at it, struggling for rep number 6 is Ollie Thompson. He's looking at the referees and finally gets the signal that rep number 6 is good. Now time is starting to play a factor. It's winding down on Thompson, and he's unable to get up rep number 7. Very difficult to recuperate from this. Thompson will walk away with 6 reps to his credit. What a great job from the British champion.
I normally deadlift fresh. When it's 4th event, you're a little bit more worn out. So,
One of the challenges that these men have to face in competition is going from event to event and making sure that you conserve enough energy for the upcoming events. And as you heard Ollie Thompson say, normally he's fresh when he does a deadlift. Here's Jarno Hams. The Dutch champion steps up. Rep number 1 is good. Hams is a veteran. He knows Apollon's axle is a very difficult event. You'll see him take off quickly and then take to a knee like he has after rep number 3. He's going to try to conserve energy. He knows this is not his best event, but he needs to make the most of every inch of energy that he has. Here is rep number 4 for Jarno Hams, but again he goes to the knee. This could cost him some serious time and maybe an extra rep. Jarno Hams looks to be in a slight pain. He may have pulled a muscle. He'll set up for rep number 5. Hams giving it all he has. Can he lock out rep number 5? Gets it up and he's credited with rep number 5, but Jarno Hams will step down with 5 good repetitions in Apollon's axle. Jarno Hams, the 32-year-old Western European strongest man for 2005 and 2006.
I'd rather have done soccer, but I was not so good in it. So there's much more money to earn in that. But I started training about 13 years ago, and about 10 years ago they asked me for a local strongman competition. I competed there, finished third. So, and that was the beginning of the end, so we say. It's very important to have a good group that supports you, and because sometimes you have a bad time, and then you need a lot of good friends to keep your head up as well. In 2000, I lost one of my best friends in a motorcycling accident, and on his deathbed in the hospital, I promised him, I'm going to be strongest man of Holland, and then I'm going to dedicate my title to you. So that was the most important title for me, the first one.
So 5 big repetitions coming from Holland's Jarno Hams. This is Estonia's Andrus Murmets. Andrus, after 1 repetition, lengthens out number 2. 320 kilos, 705 pounds of dead weight from the floor here in the giant of Pollen's axle. We've heard competitors in the past say there is no flex whatsoever in that bar, meaning the weight is dead, straight from the ground. You've got to lift it up. And 4 good repetitions for Andrus Murmets of Estonia. Boy, Murmets got his 5th rep up and just looks to walk right away. He's had enough. He knows he's got to save energy because there's a lot of competition to come. Pollen's axle is always one of the hardest events for the athletes. It is a static strength event. It is all about endurance. Here's the results. Zydrunas Savickas and Vitas Blakaitis tied for first place with Ole Thompson in second, and Andrus Murmets tied for third with Jarno Hams.
Five stones going up to 180 kilograms. This is all about overall body strength.
Well, Georg Orgmundsson of Iceland is our first competitor. The world record for the light set of the stone sits by Travis Ortmeyer of the USA at 25.07 seconds. The 120 kilo stone goes up. So does the 140. Under 10 seconds gone here for Georg Orgmundsson. 150 kilo at 353 pounds is up. Now he's on to the 160 kilo stone and having a little more difficulty, but that is up and on. 170 kilo, 375 pounds. Past the world record time, but can he stop the clock in time to break 30 seconds? No, but a great job from Georg Orgmundsson, 30.7 seconds.
This is one of my favorite, yes. Indeed.
A solid effort from Georg Orgmundsson of Iceland, and if you've ever wondered why it takes a strongman only 30 seconds to put up those 5 big stones, look at all the men it took to take them down from the implement. This is South Africa's Etienne Smith. As we said, the current world record is 25.07 seconds, set by American Travis Ortmeyer. Strength and agility are a key, but you've got to be able to move through the stones very quickly if you're going to set a world record. At 150 kilo, 331 pounds, Smith has that one up in under 20 seconds. 2 more stones to come. Etienne Smith gets it up and rolls it on. Orgmundsson was just over 30 seconds, and Smith's going to have to hurry if he's going to eclipse that time. That is now safe. Now it's just for Etienne Smith to finish off the Big Daddy. He does at 35.3 seconds.
One of my favorite events. It's actually very light. And yeah, I reckon my technique's just fine. But rest of the contest didn't go good. But it was nice. Enjoyed it very much. Thanks.
American Steve McDonald steps up to take on the Stones, and McDonald knows this ring of stones. He's played with it before. McDonald steps up. The first one is up and on. No problem for stone number 2. On to the 150 kilo, 331 pound stone number 3. Good. Under 15 seconds with only 2 stones left. Steve McDonald, America's strongest man, gets up number 4. He's got a shot at the world record of 25 seconds. Can he get it up in time? No. Just off a world record pace, 26.4.
Well, it wasn't easy, but felt pretty good. Should have been a little bit faster. My back's pretty sore after the straps breaking on the deadlift. But I'm done now. Let's see what happens.
Holland's Jarno Ham steps up to take on the Ring of Stones. The current world record sits at 25.07 seconds, and we've seen a couple of assaults, but they have come up just shy of setting a new world record. Hams very quickly, under 12 seconds through the first 3 stones. Now at 160 kilos, 353 pounds, that's up and on. He now has an opportunity to break the world record. He has the big 170 kilo lap. The world record is safe, but he's on at 26.5 seconds. Great Britain's Ole Thompson now. Boy, these competitors are setting a blistering pace in the light set of the IFSA Ring of Stones. 2 quick stones from Ole Thompson, under 10 seconds as he assaults stone number 3 at 150 kilos. Stone number 4 comes in, 160 kilos. Thompson, good on that one as well. The clock is winding down. Thompson moving up now on stone number 5, the big one. Can he get it on? Yes, he does. Stopping the clock at 28.4.
Normally, I haven't trained very much of this recently because I had a little problem with my back. But it went okay, I can go faster than that. If I'm in the final, I hope I am.
Well, hoping you're in the final is indeed a big key for a lot of these athletes. They want to make sure that they can conserve energy for the final 12. Here's Vidas Blakaitis. Oh, he's having all sorts of difficulty with stone number 1. That is simply because of the height of the ring to get the stone on. Blakaitis finally gathers himself up and puts it on, but some precious seconds have gone by the wayside for man speed Vidas Blakaitis. Now for Blakaitis, he just wants to finish all 5 stones and remain in the hunt to make the final 12 competitors. There is stone number 4. Now the last stone at 170 kilos, 375 pounds for Vidas Blakaitis. Having difficulties, he has it to the edge and drops it. Blakaitis will walk away. He only has 4 stones and has missed his 5th stone. Here's your current world champion, Zydrunas Savickas. If anyone can set a world record here in the IFSA light set Ring of Stones, it will be Savickas. He's very quickly through the first 2 stones. Look at this, under 10 seconds, and he will have 3 stones to his credit. He moves on to stone number 4. The record sits at 25.07 seconds. Keep an eye on the clock. Savickas now at the final stone. He's got plenty of time. Can he get it up and on? He does, stopping the clock at 24.1, a new world record for Zydrunas Savickas.
Yeah, I'm happy. I am in final. I'm not so tired, and hope will be everything okay in final.
The final competitor to take on the IFSA Ring of Stones is Andrus Murmets of Estonia. Murmets needs a good result here. He is precariously sitting in a spot to make it to the final. The second stone is on. He just needs to take his time and make all 5 stones. Vidas Blakaitis only made 4 stones. Murmets gets the 3rd one on, and he'll walk away, conserving energy, hoping that's enough to get him to the finals. Was it enough for Andrus Murmets? We'll have to wait and see. Steve McDonald, Jarno Hams, Georg Orgmansson, and Ole Thompson all put a great effort in, but a world record coming from Zydrunas Savickas. He finished off in 24.1 seconds, taking 1st spot. McDonald in 2nd, Hams and Thompson in 3rd and 4th, respectively. The final results have Zydrunas Savickas, the current world champion, with a 4.5-point lead over Andrus Muromets. Ollie Thompson sits in third, Vitas Blakaitis in fourth. Next time on the IFSA World Championships, we move to heat number 3 and some of the best up-and-comers as they take on the log lift and, of course, the shield carry. Don't forget, you've got a former world champion in that group in Vasil Vereshchuk. He is a force to be reckoned with in heat number 3. I'm Doug Anderson. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again soon. Visit us on the web at IFSAStrongman.com.